Our project is on food additives for Group 12, which consists of Nesma Shamoon, Vian Araha, Marianne Zachariah, and Zina Isho. This is a picture of different food additives that are found amongst various foods. Our program goal is to improve the eating habits of college students by creating awareness and knowledge of the dangers of food additives among college students attending San Diego State University. Our purpose is to make sure that college students have a full understanding of what food additives are and the dangers associated with it that could affect their health. Our program objectives are by the end of the intervention, 35% of college students will be able to identify and explain to peers the nutritional labels associated with food additives and understand and explain to others what these labels mean. Every month, college students will increase their knowledge and understanding of a new food additive. And finally, by the end of the study, 50% of college students will understand the various risk factors and threats associated with consuming food additives. Our study objective, along with our process objectives, is during the first year, 500 San Diego State students will participate in our monthly seminar activities. We will be using the health belief model as our conceptual model to determine the outcome to measure knowledge of food additives by determining the perceived susceptibility of food additives, the perceived severity of not understanding food labels, the perceived benefits of knowing and understanding risks related with food additives, the perceived barriers of changing their original eating habits, and cues to action to download our educational application and attend some monthly seminars, and self-efficacy to confidently learn and know how to read these labels and to change eating habits. To measure our outcome, we will be using a quasi-experimental study, which will include pre-test, post-test surveys. Pre-test surveys will be given to participants who attend our first meeting. At the beginning of our study, we will be recruiting participants through flyers and emails that will be sent out to San Diego State University students. Our intervention will be a monthly seminar that will be held at San Diego State University. Our next measurement outcome is through our educational application that experimental participants will be downloading and using. At the end of our study, we will be measuring the participants through a post-survey to see how their knowledge has increased, as well as how many have completed our year-long intervention. Our control group for this intervention is those who have not been participating in our intervention by not attending our monthly seminars and only attending the first meeting describing our intervention and program, where no information on food additives will be given. At every monthly seminar, we will have a sign-in sheet to keep track of our experimental participants. Overall, our project is projected to cost about $7,000 to $8,000 and take about a year. Our timeline for our study is projected to be completed within a year. Our timeline is as follows. The first month, we will gather participants to join our study and assemble pre-test surveys. The first 2 to 8 months, participants will attend the monthly seminars, use the educational application daily, and continue to keep track of their food intake and daily eating patterns. Within the 9 to 11 months, we will distribute post-surveys and begin gathering overall data to determine the effectiveness of our program. And the last month, we will write an evaluation report on the effectiveness or the non-effectiveness of the overall program to be used for future research or project references. Some limitations to our study include self-reporting bias because our participants will be answering questions through pre- and post-test surveys. Another bias is the contamination of our project because these participants can learn and gain knowledge of food additives on their own through using the internet and reading things on magazines and in books, or gain information from other individuals. Another bias is cultural differences, because every student comes from a diverse background and has different eating habits. So last but not least, eat right. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Any further questions?